Hello, Leo. Welcome to Max's Tarot. This is your love reading for the second half of April 2020. So it's from the 15th to the 30th. There are a couple more videos for you for this month in the video section of my channel. So make sure you're checking those out too, so that you can get as much insight as possible. Remember, these are general readings. If you want something very, very accurate regarding your situation specifically, get a private. You can find details on how I can help you with that at maxestarot.com. That's my website, maxestarot.com. All right, let's see what's going on. Hit like and subscribe. You won't regret it. Okay, Knight of Wands, Four of Swords, the Empress, the Magician, the Hermit, Six of Cups in reverse, the Five of Cups, the Emperor, and the High Priestess. Okay. My dear Leo, there is an energy of regret and sadness. And it's not just coming from the other person, it's definitely also coming from you. I feel like this may have been a situation that you finally had to put to rest. I'm going to be honest with you, but I feel like the person that you were dealing with was not going to give you commitment and perhaps never really thought about doing so. They have the Knight of Wands energy, okay? So this is somebody who is bouncing around, okay? Like the hummingbird going from flower to flower, Leo. You know, sometimes we all go through that phase in life where we just don't want to commit, where we just want to kind of keep it casual and have fun. And it doesn't mean this person is evil for doing that. It's just like what I just said, we all tend to go through this kind of phase at some point. Some of us as teenagers or younger adults, or, you know, as people in our 40s or 50s. So, but it does happen. Now, you realize this. You realize that this person, though there may have been passion here, maybe they had a certain amount of curiosity for you, they were not necessarily going to give you what you wanted. And so with the Four of Swords, you're in a healing process. You decided, I'm going to heal from this. I'm going to overcome it. I'm going to rely on my intuition to guide me. I'm going to work on myself, or I'm going to focus on work, period. Because that's what Leos do best. When our love life is not doing very well, we just start to work. Putting extra hours at the office, or growing our business, or, you know, being productive in some way. So Leos tend to use work as a form of therapy, if you want to call it that. The Empress and the Emperor are here, Leo, and the person that is feeling quite sad here, there was a sense of regret, and I feel like even a sense of guilt coming from them. They're at peace with their emotions, though. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think they are all over the place, confused, pulling their hair out or anything like that. They've just seen the situation as something that, oh, it didn't work out. Wow. I hope Leo's doing okay. I hope, you know, I'm able to move forward and move on with my life. Because I feel like they did have a certain amount of feelings for you. They did not mean to develop feelings for you, but they did. But once again, they have this instability about them. Not very reliant individual when it comes to really giving you something that is committed or something that is exclusive. Leo, it's very important for you to understand that, you know, everyone is on a path. And I think you know that. Many of you already know very basic spiritual philosophies. Everything is meant to happen for a reason. I feel like you had an impact on this person, Leo. And once again, the fact that they got to know you, or the fact that their relationship began to grow, or the two of you crossed paths, doesn't mean that it was meaningless. Okay, to this person, you were awesome. You were magical in a way. You were different than anyone else that this person had ever met. And that's where that sense of regret comes from, because they know that they could have grown with you, that you could have been good in their life. Because you are quite the spiritual person, Leo, and you are powerful. And when you set your mind to doing something, you go and do it. All right? Leos are people of action. We don't just sit down and wait. We just got to keep on rolling. Keep on rolling. And we have a great amount of faith. And I feel that, because I'm a Leo too. And we follow our gut instinct. And sometimes we're very right when we follow our instinct and our intuition. And it shocks people. It makes other people go, wow, how did you know? Or like, wow, you're doing pretty well despite everything. You know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about the pandemic. I'm talking about when, you know, when things are back to normal, or are normal. Because there's always something going on in the world, right? But Leos always find a way, because Leo always has a will. And where there is a will, there is a way. And you are not going to just dwell in this energy. Perhaps at some point in the past, you were prone to staying in depression or sad energies for way too long. But I feel like you've grown a lot, especially with the spiritual awakening that many of you have had, to understand that, hey, the universe didn't want it to happen. There's a reason for that, you know. And by you submitting yourself to this energy, by you radically accepting that a lot of it has to do with the master plan, and not necessarily just your own will and want, then that's where you really shine and you really grow and you're inspiring. And the way this ends with this person leaves them wondering, leaves them thinking, and leaves them empty. But this is just the way the cookie crumbles for this person, because they still couldn't bring themselves to be with you. Okay? They may be dealing with a Virgo, this person, but they're also going through their own spiritual awakening here with the Hermit. The two of you are very much alike in terms of not only having very passionate energy and very adventurous spirits, but also, you know, this is one of the reasons that brought you together, was the same sort of interests, okay? Spiritually interests, to be specific. And they know it. And they are going to grow because of you. And they are going to move forward with life because of you. And they're going to think about you for a long, long time. And this is going to have to be something that, like I said before, one day they may recognize and contact you again to say, hey, you know what? Back in the day, I really couldn't give you much, but I went through a transformation, Leo, and here I am. Let's try again. For others of you, I don't want to give you false hopes, but it could be that this person will just keep on going on their own path, and you are going to have to disconnect. Six of Cups in the reverse. This is a card of, letting go of that very deep friendship, very deep love, very genuine, strong bond that you share with this person. And it's not because you're weak that you're doing so, but because you're strong. And because you know that there's something better out there for you. You know that around that corner, something really good is going to come out of all of this. In the form of a new person, a new experience, or some sort of epiphany that will add to your already growing spiritual awakening. Okay? So let's pull more cards in terms of what this person may be feeling. Okay? They used to be players, this person. Big time players, very immature, very unreliable. And even when they met you, they were still acting this way, and that's what was disappointing to you. But now they've gone through their transformation. They've changed, and they're going to become a better person. And you did this, Leo. You did it. You managing the situation the way you know it was best to manage it. So you definitely have a profound impact on this individual, where it's going to help them for the rest of their life, and they're going to make important decisions in the future that are going to, improve their lives, because they were not in a good place, Leo. They were not in a good place, but now they are beginning to see the areas of their life that they need to change. Okay? And you did that. You were an instrument of the universe to get to this person's life. Yeah, there's communication. This person is very truthful to you. Happens very quickly. And whatever they say that gives you clarity just really seals the deal that this is something that you need to move away from. Yeah, this person, this person is not thinking of returning to you, at least not now. They have a long way to go. That's what I'm sensing. A long way to go before they can even get clarity on what even they want for themselves. Yeah, I don't see communication happening anymore between the two of you. They're not planning on reaching out, and you are not planning to stay in this energy of sadness and letting go. They will stay in this energy a little longer though, but once again, it's not like they're going to come back running for you either. Yeah, they don't want to deal with the stress. They were stressed about the situation. It was a lot for them, because they may have been dealing with somebody else already. Some of you want to remain stubborn. There's the Five of Pentacles here. So there's sadness all the way. There's sadness all around. The way they're got their head down. You're suffering, they're suffering. But the two of you are grieving in your own different way. I feel like they feel lonely right now. They feel lonely. But it doesn't mean, Leo, that you have to go out and reach out and let them know that you're still there for them. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. According to this reading, what you need to be doing is the Six of Cups in reverse. Is to let go of the past. Sometimes people come into our lives and we love them so much. But trust me, it is possible to get over twin flame energy. It is possible to break a bond with a soulmate. And it's not a forever break. You know, you may be able to break it in this lifetime, but then in the next life, you know, the bond is still there, and the two of you could try again, or it may manifest in a totally different kind of thing, not necessarily love, but it's possible. So for some of you to say, oh, I'll never get over this person, it's impossible, they're in my mind, in my heart, my spirit, Max, what can I do? Max, help me. Well, now all of you are going through the same situation. It may be very similar, but you know, if you really want specific guidance, I always recommend a personal reading, right? Once again, but generally, just in general, it is a situation that is going to take a while to heal, but you're already on your way. You already made up your mind here with the Emperor, that you're going to be in control of your life, that you're going to be strong, that you may allow yourself to have feelings for them, but for the most part, you're just going to you're going to keep on going. All right? Like I said before, this person, it felt emotions for you, but it became stressful. They couldn't really manage it. You did make an impact on them. The two of you had a certain amount of closure. I feel like you will have closure with them. They will at least say one last thing to you, and that last thing will just really make it clear that this is something that you need to begin to heal from, and something that will lead you to something new and will allow you to become stronger. This is just another experience to help you with that thick skin, Leo, because Leos need to develop thicker skin over time. We tend to be very, very sensitive people. A lot of people don't know that. People think Leos, oh, you're so confident, you're so self-assured, you're so in control. Yeah, in many ways we really are. But deep, deep, deep inside, we run from rejection. We run from the thought that somebody's going to betray us, or somebody's going to reject us, or somebody's going to lie to us. Because we Leos, we don't like liars. We shut down very, very quickly. And we close the door very, very quickly if we start to see that it's getting to a point where we are going to lose our dignity. Because we have a lot of dignity, we have a very strong ego, and it's for a reason. But these experiences make you stronger, make you have thicker skin, so that the next time around you are braver, you are even more confident, and that you can anticipate situations and not just be surprised by them. Once again, this person, they are at the beginning of their journey. Sometimes we think, oh, well, they didn't want me, and so yeah, no, I'm the one who's hurt here. I'm the one who's going to have that spiritual awakening. I'm sure they're out there doing just fine. But this particular person, for some of you, no, they're not doing very well. They are under an energy of transformation. And this is going to make them wiser. And it's going to make them grow. And no matter how much they hurt you or lie to you or ghosted you, this is something that they are feeling. They know that they could have handled the situation in a much better way with you. But now there's just really no going back, Leo. I don't know what to tell you. And, I mean, I really don't do this very much. In my readings, they're very structured. I have a set spread that I do every month and every week for you guys. But I want to extend this a little bit and just take a quick look into your future when it comes to new love, okay? Because I know some of you will be like, Well, is that it? That's it? Max, come on now. Tell me more. Am I closer to that person who will really appreciate me? Am I closer to happiness with an individual who's going to add to my life? Let's take a look. Once again, it's a general reading. So let's see what the universe has in store for you for the upcoming few weeks and months, okay? When it comes to new love. New love. If I see that is somebody returning, I will let you know, okay? All right, here we go. Thank you, universe, for these messages for Leo. As always, please hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. Thank you, Leo, for your support. Yeah. So, I don't know if you can see the cards all that well. There is love here, and it's sandwiched between very strong, heavy cards, the Ten of Swords and the Tower. And we're seeing a very dark sky here. So I feel like, yes, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen regarding pain and regarding regret and regarding a sense of betrayal or a sense of somebody taking advantage of you. Whatever it is, it has hurt, Leo. It has hurt, but it's passing. I feel like it's really passing. There's the Ace of Cups right before a Tower. This is self-love. And the moment I put it in the table, it wasn't necessarily about a new person, but this is about self-love. Because it is you. You know how like when like a wild animal gets hurt and they start like licking their own wound? Well, for some animals, you know, the saliva has a healing characteristic to it. You know, it allows for the wound to dry up and to create that scab, and eventually it heals. Okay? So there are moments when, Leo, you're going to have to lick your own wounds, hon. All right? Where you're just going to have to, like, pick your own little heart in your hands. Right there, like that. And lay it down and just pet it. And bring it some fresh water and some hot cocoa. And put a nice little warm blanket on top of it so it can rest. Because, Leo, you're going to come out stronger from this. You are. This was needed. This was, like I said before, another experience for your skin to be thicker. Because there's something else here coming for you, the Tower. And this situation is going to require you to already be at least standing on your own 2 feet. And that's not what I wanted to see, to be honest with you, when I put the cards down for this reading right now. But there are some hard times ahead still. And the love you give to yourself right now, it's going to be key in making it through this rough situation. This is also about the other person. Some of you will have an individual who would eventually give in. And not saying will necessarily give in and rush back to you, but give in to realizing that they really messed up, that they missed out, and that they are going to have to change and not be so defensive and so stubborn and so angry. So I feel somebody's angry, Leo. Something happened here between the two of you. And it is important that for your own good, you walk away from it. You give yourself love. Because once again, there is a sense here that there's one more tower that you're going to be facing. I'm sorry, I am not going to sugarcoat and say, oh, well, you know, self-love, and then boom, guess what? Somebody is going to come back to you with this tower. They're going to have a shakeup. My energy right now tells me there is one tower moment that you guys are going to go through here. I don't think you have gone through it yet. But there's a falling out here. It could be that the situation may continue to bother you and hurt you in some way. But then I see the moment when it really all comes crashing down and you do it out of love for yourself. One last card for Leo, and then I'm going to close the reading. Yeah. It's like some of you still have so much love and you want to fight for this connection, and you're going to want to keep looking back and see if there's a way that you can win this. Leo, no, you won't. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you there's hope. I think for a great majority of this, of you, for, you know, is a transformative energy that is going to end up benefiting you, but it doesn't mean the other person returns. And when it comes to new love, you have to go through the dark night of the soul before you start seeing the light again. And you will see the light again. Because this is divine intervention. The divine intervened into your life and this other person's life, because the two of you needed to grow in some way. And after the tower, guess what the next card after the tower is? It's the star. So you are just one step away, Leo, from getting your heart's desire. You just got to go through this. You got to really close this chapter, really close this cycle, my dear. And just keep your head up, because it's not going to stay dark for very long. Once again, those beautiful shiny stars do come out sometimes when it's the darkest hour. And not long after that comes the sun, and comes healing and happiness and joy again in your life. Leo, it's been rough, and it's going to perhaps get a little rougher, but you're going to make it, because we're Leos. And thanks so much for watching all the way till this minute, this second. Hit like, subscribe, leave me comments, share this video on social media. I really wish the reading had been different, but you guys, I cannot sugarcoat. I'm sorry. I'm not that type of reader. You know, and it is through pain that we become stronger people, not through seeing unicorns and riding on rainbows. So let's become stronger. Let's keep on trucking. There is hope around the corner. Once again, right after the tower is a star. Wish fulfillment will be coming, Leo. Just hang in there. Many blessings. Bye-bye.